All right, for more on this, we are now being joined by Ray Locker from Washington, D.C. He's a senior journalist and political analyst. Ray, great to talk to you. I mean, this is probably the most drama we've ever seen in the House of Representatives during our lifetime. So what's next?
Well, you spelled it out pretty clearly. They got to have an election to pick a new speaker. It's going to be a Republican. It's going to be somebody who's going to have to make a variety of concessions to the people who voted to get rid of McCarthy, just like McCarthy did in January. And that's why he was in this position. He made a number of concessions to far-right Republicans to get the speakership, which took 15 different votes. And so that left him a weakened speaker before he even took the job.
You know, one has to wonder who would want this job. It's unclear whether the next speaker would also be in the same position that McCarthy was in. I mean, they talk about Steve Scalise, maybe Elise Stefanik, and others, but ultimately, I mean, is this chaos going to continue as long as these 8 Republicans are in the House?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it's a poisoned chalice for whoever takes the job. Whoever can get the support to get the job, they got to get all the Republicans to vote for him because the Democrats aren't going to vote for any of the Republican candidates. That's tradition. And so you have to get all of the Republicans or all but like 2 or 3 to vote for you for speaker. And I don't know who has the chops to do that. I mean, McCarthy, to his credit, worked for a long time helping to elect Republicans to office. Many people owed him their jobs, and that's why they supported him. I don't see that with Steve Scalise or Elise Stefanik or anybody else who's been tossed around as a possible speaker.
The Wall Street Journal says that their clever plan seems to be to cut off their own hands. Democrats aren't upset at what's happening. They can just stand back and watch this dumpster fire. Can you explain how this U-turn against McCarthy happened? It seems some Democrats also didn't trust him.
Oh, of course they didn't trust him. He reached a debt ceiling deal with President Biden earlier in the year that averted that possible disaster. And then he reneged on it when some House Republicans protested that he gave away the store to Biden in those negotiations. That's why they were playing hardball with the government shutdown, which McCarthy then eventually passed a continuing resolution with Democratic votes and Republican votes. They don't trust him. He decided to go ahead with an impeachment inquiry in which the Republicans' own witnesses said there was no evidence to support. So there was really nothing in it for Democrats to continue to have Kevin McCarthy as speaker, particularly when he had acted a number of times to show that he wasn't trustworthy.
Ray Locker, senior journalist, author, and columnist from Washington, D.C. Thank you so much for talking to me this morning and for all your insight.
Thanks.